Right now at 6, the travel headache continues. Hundreds of flights canceled at Charlotte Douglas today, forcing thousands to find another way to their destination. What airlines are blaming tonight?
Plus, state of emergency folks in South Carolina tonight preparing for Tropical Storm Debbie, the major impacts you need to be aware of.
And new cameras working to make sure everyone is safe on Mount Holly Greenways. Tonight, the latest effort to deter crime. Thanks for joining us tonight here for the news at 6. I'm Jane Monreal.
And I'm Nick Sturtevant. As we come on air, thousands of people are stuck at Charlotte Douglas International Airport.
That as delays and cancellations carry into a second day. The flight boards tonight showing more than 300 delays and more than 200 cancellations at this hour.
Today, American Airlines telling WCNC Charlotte that severe weather across the eastern United States is to blame. WCNC Charlotte's Miles Harris is at the airport with the state of operations tonight.
The traveling woes at Charlotte Douglas International. Miles Harris, WCNC Charlotte.
We feel your pain. Right now, Tropical Storm Debbie, though, gaining strength in the Gulf of Mexico. New video tonight showing the impacts the storm is already having on the west coast of Florida. The storm expected to eventually make its way to the Carolinas.
And tonight, South Carolina is under a state of emergency. The Palmetto State also implementing its law against price gouging during the state of emergency. In North Carolina, the State of Emergency Operations Center will begin its coordination of response operations tomorrow. Meanwhile, the city of Charleston and the low country of South Carolina is preparing for the flooding impacts from the storm. Sandbags, as you see here, are being handed out tonight in Isle of Palms.
All right, so let's bring in meteorologist KJ Jacobs. And KJ, what impacts can we expect here in the Charlotte area from Debbie?
Guys, we're looking at flooding to be the biggest impact for us here in the Carolinas, but I do want to start with the 5 p.m. and also the track. That's all coming up, guys.
All right, KJ, we look forward to all of that. Thank you. So remember, the best way to stay in the know is with the WCNC Charlotte mobile app. Be sure to sign up for the push alerts, letting you know when to stay weather aware.
New at 6, a missing teen has been found dead in Wadesboro. Police say they found the body of 17-year-old Anthony Valadares just over a week ago. They believe he was hit by a vehicle on Highway 52. He was first reported missing on July 23rd. Tonight, police are asking anyone with information that could lead to an arrest to call Highway Patrol.
Tonight, we're getting our first look at a new safety measure along a Mount Holly Greenway.
That's where we find WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre. Jesse, what are people saying about these new surveillance cameras?
Greenway. Live in Mount Holly, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
All right, thank you, Jesse. New tonight, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is a married man. Scott and Mindy Knowles tied the knot yesterday at their home church in Mount Pleasant. The two met through mutual friends at the church. The senator proposed earlier this year while on Kiowa Island.
Tonight, the federal government is once again battling social media site TikTok. We just got our hands on the lawsuit filed Friday by the Justice Department and FTC. They allege the company has repeatedly violated the child privacy laws by knowingly collecting data from kids under 13 and letting them interact with adult content on the app. TikTok disagrees, saying those were past events that were either inaccurate or have already been addressed.
And in the last few minutes, the Belmont community said its first goodbye to Mayor Richard Turner. The Turner family just finished welcoming friends today. His funeral is tomorrow morning at the Queen of Apostles Catholic Church. Turner died Wednesday after having a stroke.
Well, could a court system for people with low-level offenses help those unhoused in Charlotte? It's a plan some Mecklenburg County leaders are looking into, how they're seeking solutions to homelessness in the Queen City.
And get ready for a busy week weather-wise. We're going to break down the week from early week, midweek, and late week, and that certainly is going to be the focus as we break down the impact for Debbie. It's all coming up next.
And as we head to break, Team USA continues its winning ways, now tied for the most gold medals in Paris. The U.S. also with the most overall medals at 71. China slipping past host nation France for the second spot. Great Britain and Australia round out the top 5.
And tonight on prime time in Paris, in swimming, it's the women's splash and dash 50-meter final. That's followed by Bobby Fink as he looks to defend his 1,500-meter title. At 9, Suni Lee returns to the mat for the uneven bars final. And at 10:20, the world's fastest man is crowned in the men's 100-meter final.
the most intense hurricanes and the most frequent hurricanes potentially on record. That's coming up tonight on Nightly News.
Well, this summer alone, Charlotte's homeless population grew 14%. Some of the unhoused can't get back on their feet due to a record of petty crimes.
But county leaders believe a court system already working in South Carolina could help folks with minor criminal records get the support they need. WCNC Charlotte's Ben Thompson got an exclusive look as leaders are seeking solutions to homelessness in Charlotte.
It's one of the...
Well, as we turn back to your forecast, we're taking a live look out at St. Petersburg, Florida. You see it's a wet one out there. It's Tropical Storm Debbie about 120 miles west of there at this hour.
Wow, I can barely see through there. Let's
yeah.
bring in KJ Jacobs now with the weather impacts. We're definitely keeping a close eye on that storm, KJ.
That's exactly right, Jane. And primarily why we're keeping a close eye on it is because we will likely